Financial Services and Capital Markets. SPOM Set C Paper 9. Which of the following is not a regulator of the financial market? IRDAI mutual funds, PFRDA SEBI mutual fund. Fintech companies working as online bond platform providers are unregulated entities, RBI registered entity, SEBI registered entity, PFRDA registered entity. It's a SEBI registered entity. Which of the following statement is incorrect? The bond market has always been dominated by the commercial paper. B. Buffett indicator is the ratio of the value of all stock listed on the GDP of the country. It's correct. The bond market has always been dominated by the commercial paper. No, it's not correct. Fintech companies working as online bond platform providers are a SEBI registered entity. Yes, it is. Statistics show that percent stock investor having holding period of more than 15 years reap positive return. Yes, it is. The answer is A. What action can RBI take to arrest the depreciation of the rupees? Increase the supply of rupees in the market? No. Sell US dollars? Yes. From its reserve to increase the supply of dollars? Yes, it is. Uh, Limit foreign investment in government bonds? No. Restrict foreign exchange reserve? No. So it's B. What is the primary goal of quantitative easing by a central bank? What is primary goal of quantitative easing? To raise long-term interest rate? No. To reduce the availability of credit? No. To stimulate economic activity by making credit cheaper? Yes. To sell government security to bank? No. So the answer is CPI reflects consumer price index reflects changes in price at retail levels. Retail level is CPI. Service like housing and education, it's CPI, WPI, IIP, PPI. So it's CPI. The answer is A. Heavily influenced by prices of global commodities and manufacturing inputs. It's wholesale price index, WPI. Price collected at the mandi, factory and ex-mine levels. It is also wholesale price index. Which of the following is not a function of capital market? Which is not a function of capital market? Providing a platform for companies to generate capital? No. Allowing investors to buy or sell shares and security? No. Facilitating efficient price discovery? No. Providing loan directly to individual for personal use? So it's not a function of capital market. Which of the following statement about depository in India is correct? Depository holds security in physical form? Yes. There is only one depository in India? No. There are two depository in India, NSTL, CDSL. Depository holds security in physical form? No, it's a demat form. A depository holds security in electronic form? Yes, it's demat. Depository directly deals with investor? No. So the answer is C, which is incorrect. What is the primary benefit of an ADR, American Depository Receipts? It allows investors to trade in US government bonds. It allows US investor to trade in foreign companies' shares in US dollar, protecting them from exchange rate risk. It guarantees higher return than regular stocks. It represents direct ownership in a US based company. So it's B. It allows US investors to trade in foreign companies shares in US dollar and protecting them from the exchange rate risks. What is key difference between ADR and GDR? ADR is issued in Europe while GDR is issued in the US. No, ADR are denominated in US dollars, yes, while GDR can be denominated in US dollar, euros, or British pound, yes. So the answer is B. ADR listed on Asian Stock Exchange while GDR listed on US Stock Exchange. No. ADR represents shares of US companies while GDR represents shares of European listed companies. So no, it's no. What is the key difference between an IPO and FPO? Initial public offer and further public offer. IPO is open only to existing shareholders while FPO is open to public. IPO is for debt security while FPO is for equity security. IPO is used to raise funds from business expansion while FPO is used to pay off debts. IPO is the first offer of shares of a company to the public, yes, while FPO is subsequent offer after the company is already listed. So the answer is D. Like Vodafone recently, the perfect example. Which of the following is not a mandatory disclosure? Which of the following is not a mandatory disclosure in the offer document for a public issue? Detail about the underwriting of the issue? No, it's a mandatory disclosure. Name and address of the company's registered office, CS, CFO, and auditors? Yes, it is mandatory disclosure. Statement of the board of director about the bank accounts for shareholders' deposits? It is also mandatory disclosure. A list of potential stock market investors, including FII, interested in purchasing shares. So it's not a mandatory disclosure. So the answer is D. Which of the following is not an advantage of private placement? Bypassing strict regulatory requirements of a public offering, reduction in time and cost of issuance, securities should be registered with SEBI. It's not private placement, is not registered. Issuance can be negotiated directly with institutional investors. So the answer is C. In the stock market trading process, which of the following statement is true regarding the settlement of payment? The payment of shares purchased is made directly from the buyers through the sellers. The buyer's payment is made from the fund in their trading account and transferred to seller by the brokers. Yes, the broker is required to pay the client sellers within 7 days. No, the settlement of transaction is completed in T plus 5 days. No. So the answer is B. Which of the following is true about the most popular algorithmic trading techniques? They primarily rely on predictive analysis to forecast future prices. They depend on fundamental analysis of the company's financial. No, popular trading techniques. They require complex algorithms and are difficult to implement. No, they are based on price level change. Yes, moving average, trends, and other technical indicators. Yes, the answer is D. Company X has a market capitalization of 5 trillion rupees, of which 60% of the shares are held by the promoter and government entities. Market capitalization of 5 trillion. 60% of shares are held by the promoters and government. Assuming the share price remains constant, which of the following is true regarding free float market capitalization? So 5 trillion, 60% held by the promoters. 5 into 60% is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 trillion rupees. Which of the following practices is strictly regulated by SEBI to prevent unfair advantage in the market? To prevent unfair advantage in the market. Money laundering, insider trading, market manipulation, predictive pricing. So it's B, insider trading. It's insider trading is illegal. What is the system called that provide a mechanism to compensate investor in the event of a trade on the NSE and BSE? What is the system called that provide a mechanism to compensate investors? Settlement reserve fund, no. Investor protection fund, no. Trade guarantee fund, no. Liquidity, no. Trade guarantee fund, yes, it is to compensate investors in the event of a trade. Liquidity protection fund, no, it is not. So the answer is on the National Stock Exchange NSE. What is the fund called on NSE? What is the fund called that is used to handle failed trade? Capital security funds, no. Core settlement guarantee fund, derivative settlement funds, trade compensation fund. On the NSE, what is fund called that is used to handle failed trade? So it is core settlement guaranteed fund. Which of the following segments is covered by guaranteed fund for failed trade? Cash segments, future and options, certificate of deposit, all of the above. All of the above. What happens when a clearing member fails to honor their settlement commitment on the exchange? The trade is cancelled, the transaction is settled using fund from guaranteed fund, the investor lose their money, the trade is postponed indefinitely. What happens when a clearing members fail to honor their settlement commitment? So the transaction is settled using fund from guaranteed fund. So the answer is B. What is the primary purpose of social stock exchange? Social stock exchange to facilitate corporate mergers, no. To help social enterprise, yes. To trade in commodities, no. To regulate foreign investment, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not a financial instrument in the money market? Treasury bill, commercial paper, corporate bond, certificate of a deposit. Which is not a financial instrument? So the answer is B. C. Corporate bond. Which of the following statement about the subsidiary general ledger statement is correct? SGL. The subsidiary general ledger account is maintained in the books of commercial bank for interbank NAP transaction. No. Treasury bills and government security are issued and held in demand form to the credit of the holder in the SGL account maintained by the RBI. Treasury bills and government security are issued and held in demand form to the credit of the holder in the SGL account maintained by RBI. The SGL account allows for issuance of treasury bill in the physical of script form. So the answer is B and C. These two are same. Treasury bills and government security are issued by the held in the demand form to the credit of the holders in the SGL account maintained by RBI. During the notice money market, maximum duration is for how many days? Notice money market, maximum duration 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, 14 days. Which of the following statements is correct about different type of financial contracts? Forward contracts are publicly traded on exchanges. Future contracts are private agreement and not traded on exchange. No. Option contracts keep the holder right. Option gives the holder right but not the obligation to buy or sell an asset at a specified price. Swaps are arrangements to buy or sell an asset at a future date at price specified today. So the answer is C. Which of the following refers to a type of private equity transaction? Where an investor buys shares from existing shareholder instead of the company issuing a new shares. Venture capital injection, secondary buyout, in IPO, convertible bond issuance. So the answer is B. Secondary buyout. Investor buys share from existing shareholders. What is not a common exit route used by a private equity firm? IPO, strategic sale, secondary buyout, ESOP. So the answer is D. Which of the following is not a common method? Which of the following is not a common method of valuation used in private equity? Discounted cash flow, comparable company analysis, bond rating system, precedent transaction analysis. So the answer is D. In a dividend syndicate, how do the members handle unsold share at the close of an issue? Dividend syndicate, how members handle unsold shares at the close of an issue. The unsold shares are distributed equally among all the shares of syndicate. No. The unsold shares are returned to the company. No. The unsold shares are purchased by the lead manager or underwriters. Yes. The unsold shares are transferred to a secondary market for sale. No. So the answer is C. In the derivative market, the value of contract is based on the price of an asset, which is referred as. The value of contract is based on the price of an asset, which is called underlying. Futures, forwards, option underlying. The answer is D. Which of the following is not which of the following is not considered a function of financial market? Allocating savings into productive investment, no. Determining the valuation of security, no. Increasing the risk and liquidity of financial assets, yes. Reduction transaction cost. So which is not considered a function of financial market? So the answer is C. Who is the main stakeholder in financial market? Brokers, no. Underwriters, no. Merchant bankers, no. Companies. The answer is D. Which entity earns profits from the price difference between the pre-IPO purchases and the public offering price? Merchant bankers, custodians, brokers, underwriters. So the answer is D, underwriters. Which organization act as a self-regulatory body for the bond, money and derivatives markets? FEDF, Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, no. Association of Investment Bankers of India, no. Association of Mutual Funds, no. Fixed Income Money Market and Derivative Association. The answer is D. Why are SPACs commonly refers to as a blank check? Because investor must provide blank check to the companies they invest in, no. Because investor do not know the acquisition target in advance. Because investor have knowledge, complete knowledge of acquisition targets. Because investor have partial knowledge. So the answer is B. Which of the following statements is accurate regarding SPAC? A cell company generally has a strong history of profitability. B. India's M&A activities are significantly superior to those in developed countries. C. The sponsor must identify an acquisition target within 2 years and complete the purchase. D. SPACs are an investment model exclusive to the United States. So the answer is C. What is the primary purpose of the green shoe option? To determine at fair market value, no. To stabilize stock price, yes. And allow over allotment of shares, yes. To increase IPO valuation, no. To facilitate book building, no. So the answer is B. Reverse book building is mainly utilized for IPO, FPO, the process of delisting of a company, securing investment from anchor investors. So the answer is C, for the process of delisting. If the price band is adjusted during a book building issue, the binding periods can be extended by maximum 7 working days, 10 working days, 12 working days, 15 working days. So the answer is B, 10 working days. What is minimum investment? What is the minimum investment required for an anchor investor in a public issue? 10 crores, 15 crores, 20 crores, 25 crores. So the answer is B. 10 crores is the minimum investment required for an anchor investors. In an IPO, what portion of the anchor investor is allocated is reserved for the domestic mutual fund? 50%, 33.33%, 25%, 20%. So the answer is B. One third is reserved for the anchor investors. So one third is 33.33%. Which of the following does not qualify as a risk management practice in the secondary market? Establishing trading rules and regulation for broker members, implementing market surveillance to control excessive volatility, setting up a trade or settlement guaranteed fund to ensure timely settlement in case of default, no, creating a clearing corporations that settle transaction and a depository that only guarantee financial statements. So the answer is D. What is being asked? What does not qualify as risk management? So the answer is D. Rest all the three is qualify. What terms describe the process of separating the ownership and control of a stock exchange from the trading rights of its members? Indexation, no. Demutualizations, yes. Trading mechanism, no. Government governing boards, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not? Which of the following is not considered a risk management tool in secondary market? Circuit breaker, no. Rolling settlement, no. Reverse book building, yes. Market making system, no. So the answer is C. If a security is lent at 500 and its transaction price are 500.5 and 499.5, what are the lenders earning as a fee and borrowers rebate earning? So the lenders earnings is 500.5 minus 500, so the 0.5, but the fees rebate earnings each 500 minus 499.75, that is 0.25. So the answer is A. A security has a securities lending price of 100 and its transaction price is 100.35. If the borrowing period is 10 days, what is annualized yield? So annualized yield will be 100.35 minus 100. So the answer is 0.35 for 10 days. So 0.35 into 365 divided by 10 days into 100, that is 12.78%. Stocks that are highly liquid have higher margin requirements, no. Have low liquidity, higher margin requirements, yes. Highly liquid, no margin requirements, no. Have low liquidity, lower margin requirements, no. So the answer is B. Stocks that have low liquidity have higher margin requirements. So the answer is B. If a T+1 settlement cycle is implemented, which risk will be reduced for both clearing corporations and foreign portfolio investors? Credit risk, no. Liquidity risk, no. Counterparty risk, yes. Market risk, no. So the answer is C. What is the effect of reducing borrowing amount for treasury bills on their supply? Increase in supply, decrease in supply, increase in demand, decrease in demand. So the answer is B, decrease in supply. A certificate of deposit has a face value of 5,000 and a 6-month maturity period with a 10% discount rate. What is the issue price? So the face value is 5,000 and 6 months maturity and 10% discount rate. So 5,000 into 10% into 6 by 12. So it's 250. 5000 minus 250 equal to 4750. So the answer is C. Based on the previous question, what is the effective rate of interest? So the effective rate of interest is 10%. So the answer is A. What terms refers to the market? What terms refer to the market for loan with extremely short durations ranging from 1 day to 14 days? So 1 days to 14 days is called call or notice money. Treasury bills no, calls or notice money yes, repos no, commercial paper no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is an unsecured? Which of the following is unsecured promissory note? Treasury bills no, commercial paper yes, commercial bills no, repos no. So the answer is B. The maximum duration for the transaction in the call money market is 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 30 days. So the answer is B. 14 days is the maximum duration for transaction in the call money market. A depositor places 1 lakh in a bank. According to the current RBI regulations, how much must the bank keep as a cash reserve ratio CRR? So the currently CRR is 4.5%. 1 lakh into 4.5% is 45. So the answer is A. What are the respective names of bonds issued by the central government, state government, and corporate entities? State bonds, sovereign bonds, corporate bonds. So the issued bonds issued by central government is called sovereign bonds. Bonds issued by state government is called state bond, and corporate entity by the corporate entities is called corporate bond. State bond no, national bond no, sovereign bonds yes, state bond, corporate bond. So the answer is C. If a bond is required yield drops below its coupon rate, how will it be traded? At par. So when the required yield is dropped, so the price of the bonds increases. So required yield drops below its coupon rate. So at par, at discount, at premium. C, at a premium. Which type of financial instrument instrument carries the least default risk? So treasury bill is the safest investment, risk free. So the answer is A, treasury bills. Identify the incorrect statement regarding bond investment. Incorrect statements. Okay. The longer the maturity period, the less sensitive the bond's price is to changes in the market interest rate. The bond value and interest rate share a non-linear inverse relationship. Yes, this is correct. Bonds with higher coupon rates tend to be less sensitive. Bonds with higher coupon rates tend to be less sensitive to interest rate fluctuations. Yes, it is correct. If a bank interest rate exceeds the bank's coupon rate, the bank traded at discount. Yes, it is correct. So the answer is A, that is incorrect. Why are corporate bond less liquid than money market? Why? They are asking the reasons. Money market instrument and corporate entities, they are long-term securities which are riskier and less marketable. Yes, it is. Corporate bonds are marketable as money market instrument and equities. No. Money market instrument have a smaller denominations. No. Corporate bonds are not tax exempt. No. So the answer is A. They are long-term securities which are riskier and less marketable. In which market are new bonds and stock first issued and sold to investors? Primary market, secondary market, auction market, stock market. So in which market are new bonds and stocks first issued to and sold to investors? So the answer is A, primary market. Government security with maturity exceeding 1 year. Maturity exceeding 1 year known as government bond, treasury bills, bills of exchange, commercial papers. So the answer is A. Government bonds. Generally a long term. The call option value of callable bond is higher. Call option value of callable bond is higher when interest rate are low and expected to stay low. No, interest rate are high and expected to remain high. No, interest rate are highly volatile. Yes, markets are inefficient. So the answer is C. Which financial concept measures bond sensitivity to interest rate fluctuations? Which financial concept measures a bond sensitivity to interest rate fluctuation? Durations, yes. YTM, no. Current yield, no. None of them. So the answer is A. Primary dealers primarily trade in which type of financial instrument? Bond, mutual fund, government securities, debentures, government security. The answer is C. What is another term for an irredeemable bond? Fully convertible bond, no. Perpetual bond, yes. It's a irredeemable bond. Partial convertible bonds, no. None of the above. So the answer is B. Floating rate bond have fixed interest, variable interest rate, zero interest rate, none of the above. So floating is variable interest. When risk perception is high, investors prefer bond with higher interest rate, lower interest rate, par value, none of the above. When risk perception is high, investor preferred lower interest rate bonds. So the answer is B. Investors generally demand what kind of returns for the bond with longer maturity? Lower interest, higher interest, zero interest, none of the above. So the answer is B, higher return. The fixed interest rate stated on a bond at issuance is called fixed interest rate. Bond rate, repo rate, coupon rate, all of the above. So the answer is C, coupon rate. What does marketability risk of a bond refers to? Market-wide risk affecting all bonds? No. Variation in terms caused by challenges in selling stocks? Yes. Failure of an issuer to meet payment obligation? No. Both no. So the answer is B. A bond issued at a discount and redeemed before maturity is called mortgage bond, zero coupon bond, convertible bond, all of the above. So the answer is B, zero coupon bond. Bond is issued at discount. Generally, bond issued zero coupon bond is issued at discount and redeemed before maturity. What is bond that can be redeemed before its maturity? Called callable bond, option bond, step up bond, non-callable bond. So the answer is A, callable bonds. What does bond duration measures in relation to interest rate change? Sensitivity of yield, sensitivity of YTM, sensitivity of full bond price, yes. Sensitivity of convexity, no. So the answer is C. If private sector issued bonds are cancelled, what does it indicate? A market expect higher yields due to reduced private sector fundraising. Yes. Market expect lower yields due to reduced private sector fundraising. No. Market expect lower yields as private sector fundraising increases. No. None of them. So the answer is A. If private sector issued bonds are cancelled, it indicates market expect higher yields due to reduced private sector fundraising. If RBI increases interest rate, how does it affect bond price for existing bonds offering similar returns? Price drops as coupon payment become less attractive. Yes, leading investor to seek new bonds with higher risk-free return. Yes, prices rise as coupon. No, prices fall as coupon payment become less attractive, leading investor to seek new bonds with lower risk-free return. No, prices rise. No, so the answer is A. An option is considered out of money. An option is considered out of money when it has a negative intrinsic value, no, a positive intrinsic value, no, zero intrinsic value, yes, none of the above. So the answer is C. Who holds the right to purchase? Who holds the right to purchase the underlying assets at a predetermined price? A buyer of a call option, yes. Seller of a call option, no. Buyer of a put option, no. Seller of a put option, no. So the answer is B. You have taken a short position in Gale Limited futures at 880 with a lot size of 500 and aim for a profit of 10,000. So what price must go? Gale trade for you to achieve this profit. So profit of 10,000. Lot size is 500. So 10,000 divided by 500, it's 20. So if it goes at 880 minus 20, that is 860, we can achieve a profit of 10,000. So the answer is A. A stock is currently priced at 370 and its call option with the strike price is 360. Trading at a premium of 21. What is the option time value? Option time value trading at premium of 21. Trading options time value is 21. Which statement accurately describe the risk profile of an option buyer? The buyers of an option face unlimited loss. No. The buyer of an option has limited loss potential. Yes. The seller of an option. No. The seller of an option. No. So the buyer has an option has limited loss potential. So the answer is B. Identify the false statement. Identify the false statement regarding the options. The buyer of an option pays the premium. No. The buyer of an option has a right but not the obligation to exercise it. No. The seller of an option can incur unlimited loss. No. The seller of an option can earn unlimited profit. So this is false statement. The seller of an option earn unlimited profit. The answer is D. If you sell a XYZ futures contract, lot size is 50 at 5600 and repurchase it at 5700. What is your profit or loss? So the profit or loss would be 5700 minus 5600, that is 100 into 5 into 50, that is loss of 5000. So the answer is B. When a stock is trading at 570, how would you classify a call option with a strike price is 560? So stock is trading at 570 and a call option with a strike price is 570. So it is in the money, not a significant difference in 560 and 570. So the answer is which of the following is not an advantage? Which of the following is not an advantage provided by depository system? It helps eliminate the risk of a bad delivery of security. No, the settlement cycle is faster. No, operating on a T plus two basis. No, it enables immediate transfer and registration of security. No, the interest rate loans against pledged demat shares are higher compared to those on physical shares. So the answer is D. It's not an advantage. Which exchange is renowned for its rapid growth, high liquidity, market depth, and state of the art forward looking technology? National Stock Exchange. Which is renowned? National Stock Exchange, no. London Stock Exchange, no. Nasdaq, yes. New York Stock Exchange, no. So the answer is C. It is renowned for the rapid growth, high liquidity, market depth. Who is responsible for collecting investor application and maintaining accurate records of the funds received and paid? Merchant banker, no. Registrar to an issue and share transfer agent, yes. Underwriter, no. Bankers to an issue, no. So the answer is B. Which investment vehicle allow for periodic withdrawals for the invested fund? Which investment vehicle allows for periodic withdrawals from the investment funds? Hedge funds, no. Endowment fund, yes. Pension fund, no. Mutual fund, no. The answer is B. Which of the following service is not? Which of the following service is not typically offered by custodian? Maintaining clients' security accounts, no, it's offered by the custodian. Collecting benefits or rights accruing from securities, no. Minimizing credit risk. So this is typically not offered by custodian. Minimizing credit risk by acting as the counterparty to all trades, no. Keeping clients informed about action taken by the issuer of security, no. So the answer is C. Which of the following is not? Which of the following is not considered a function of commodity market? Providing a platform for farm produce growers and buyers to interact, no. Allowing intermediaries to represent both supply and demand in the commodity chains, no. Facilitating price discovery, no. Enabling speculation, driven trades and short selling. Enabling speculation, driven trades and short selling aimed at short term gains. So the answer is D. AgriDex launched on 25 May 2020 featured 10 liquid commodities. This is generally asked in exams. Numbers in liquid commodity. AgriDex launched on 25 May 2020 features 10 liquid commodity on which exchange? National Commodity and Derivative Exchange, yes. Multi commodity, no. Indian commodity, no. ACE derivatives, no. So the answer is A. Which of the following is not a problem facing the Indian commodity market? Which of the following is not a problem? The market have not experienced the exponential growth needed for platform sustainability. Farmers, the backbone of agriculture commodity, struggle to connect with the market. MCX and NCDX have implemented numerous awareness program. So, political influencer have disrupted platform for price sensitive commodity like sugar. So, what is asking? Which is not a problem facing the Indian commodity? So, the answer is C. It's not a problem. What is a necessary prerequisite for future trading on a commodity exchange? Complexity, higher cost, homogeneity, and physical delivery. So the answer is C. Which exchange offers a comprehensive range of trades? Which exchange refers a comprehensive range of trade, including ferrous, non-ferrous metals, precious metals, as well as weather and real estate derivatives. London Metal Exchange, metals, precious metals, as well as weather and real estate derivatives. Which exchange offers? London Metal Exchange, no. Chicago Mercantile Exchange, yes. Euro Exchange, no. National Stock, NSE, no. So the answer is B. Which type of mutual funds? Which type of mutual funds allow investor to subscribe and redeem units at any time? At any time, so during the scheme's life, with new investor able to join by directly applying to the funds uh, at any time during the scheme's life. Balance funds, liquid funds, closed fund, open-ended fund. So answer is B, open-ended fund. Mr. Rahul, a 25-year-old who had just started working at a reputed steel company and aimed to build wealth over the long term, should consider investing in which category of mutual fund? Debt fund, liquidity fund, equity funds, gold ETF. So it's equity fund. This is more risky. A mutual fund has a total assets valued at 15 crores and total liabilities of total assets 15 crores and total liabilities 3 crores. 1 crore units outstanding. What is NAV? NAV. So net assets is 15 crores minus 3 crores is 12 crores and units is 1 crore. So NAV net assets value per unit is 12 crores minus 1 crore is 12. Which type of mutual fund is generally considered the most volatile? Which type of mutual fund is generally considered the most volatile? Large cap fund, mid cap fund, no. A small cap fund, yes. A hybrid fund, no. So the answer is C. Who plays a crucial role? Who plays a crucial role as intermediary between the fund manager and investor in a mutual fund setup? Trustee, yes. Mutual fund setups. Trustee, yes. Assets, AMC, no. Custodians, no. Registrars and transfer agent, no. So the answer is yes. How do you best define open-ended mutual fund? A fund that can invest in any type of securities, no. A fund that continuously offers units for sale and repurchase, yes. A fund that imposes an upper limit on its NAV, no. A fund with a fixed size, no. What is the name of the investment strategy? Name of the investment strategy in which an investor commits to investing a fixed amount at regular intervals in mutual fund. It's called SIP in mutual fund. Systematic transfer plan, no. Systematic withdrawal plan, no. Systematic investment plan, yes. Systematic innovative plan, no. So the answer is C. It may ask the full form of SIP. So remember systematic investment plan. Which of the following is not a commonly used matrix for evaluating the performance of mutual fund? Matrix. Sharp ratio, no. No ratio, no. Liquidity ratio, yes. Short no ratio, no. So the answer is C. Performance of mutual fund. Evaluating the performance of mutual fund. Liquidity ratio. Regarding rolling returns, which statement is accurate? It simply analyzes the growth of the NAV from the initial investment date to today. No. It measures the return from the start date to the next period, then from the period to the following months, and average these returns. Excellent. Which rolling returns, which statement is accurate? It simply analyzes the growth of the NAV from the initial investment date to today. Yes. It measures the returns from the start date to the next period. Yes. And then from the period to the following ones and average these returns. Yes. It calculates returns weekly, averaging the gains from each consecutive week. Yes. So all the three are accurate. So the answer is D. All of them. If an equity fund is redeemed at 20 per units, it's redeemed at 20 per units and carries an exit loads of 2.5%. What must be the fund's NAV before the exit load? So, the 20 rupees is including 2.5 exit load. So, what is the NAV before exit load? So, 20 divided by 97.5%. It should be 20.5 rupees. What is another term for front end? What is another term for front end loaded in mutual fund? Another term, front end load. Entry load, yes. Exit load, no. Both entry and exit, no. Cannot be. Trail commission, no. So the answer is A. Private equity raises fund from which of the following source? Private equity raises from which of the following source? IPO, no. Mutual fund, HNI, and insurance, taxpayers' money, follow on public offer. So the answer is B. Once a private equity investment is initiated, once a private equity statement is initiated, what typically refers? Once a private equity investment is initiated, what typically occurs? The exit happens when the life cycle on the term is complete. Yes. An expert is appointed to board of directors. Yes. Further series, further series funding is not permitted. No. So the answer is D. Both A and B are correct. The acquisition of a stake in a target company predominantly financed by borrowing is known as management. Acquisition of a stake in a target company, management buyout, leverage buyout. Yes, management buy-in, leverage buy-in. No. So the answer is B. Leverage buyout. Private equity investment are characterized by the investment in business and the issuance of shares under circumstances other than which of the following? IPO, follow-on public offer, private issuance of shares, both A and B. So it's IPO and follow-on public offer, FPO. So the answer is D. In conducting financial due diligence, which of the following factors might a private equity firms choose not to consider? Choose not to consider before investing. Off balance sheet financial item, no. Weakness trends in working capital, no. Reliance on dominant supplier or reliance on a dominant suppliers or a concentrated customer base. So the answer is should we see accounting adjustment that occurs obscure actual performance, no. So the answer should be C. Which of the following is not? Which of the following is not considered a disadvantage of using an IPO as an exit strategy for private equity? Note a disadvantage of using IPO. Market related risk associated with going public. No, the requirement by strategy to acquire a majority stake. Yes. Lock-up provisions. No. Uncertainty of returns. No. So the answer is B. Which of the following services is not typically offered by a merchant banker? Which of the following services is not typically offered by a merchant bankers? A. Assisting with merger and acquisitions, trading in shares, custodian service, underwriting. So the answer is C. Custodian services. From a revenue generation perspective, which service is most critical for merchant bankers? Mergers and acquisitions advisory, yes. Trading in shares, no. Underwriting, no. Asset management services, no. So answer is A. Merger and acquisitions. It's generate revenue. Arrange the following step in the correct order. Arrange the following step in the correct order as followed by merchant banker during buy side advisory. Shortlisting of companies, conducting due diligence, preparing the terms sheets and transaction closure. Arrange the correct order. So shortlisting of companies number one, and then preparing the term sheet second, and conducting the due diligence third, transaction closure fourth. So shortlisting of companies, then preparing the term sheet 1 3 1 3 1 3. Then conducting due diligence to 1 3 2 1 3 2. So the answer is B. And for transaction closure, which responsibility does not fall? Which responsibility does not fall under the role of merchant banker? Documentation. Which responsibility does not fall? Documentations it falls, compliance it falls, reporting it falls, allotment of security it doesn't fall. If you plan to raise funds from public, which service are generally utilized? Funds from publics, commercial banks, investment bank, yes. Yes. Central banks, no. Payment banks, no. So the answer is B. Investment banks. Which of the following companies is primarily involved in rating individuals? So it's which of the following companies primarily involved in rating individuals. ICRA no, CRISIL no, ONICRA yes, KR no. So the answer is C. It's a rating individuals. What is the term for the rate that reflects the percentage change in companies or instrument rating over a specified periods? Transition rate, yes. Default rate, no. Recovery rate, no. Negative rate, no. So the answer is B, A. Transition rate. In the Camel's framework used for credit rating, which of the following is not considered a separate parameters? Which is not a separate parameters? Capital adequacy, financial performance, sensitivity management. So the answer is C, sensitivity. Credit rating services. Rating services are likely to be of least benefits. Uh, to which of the following groups? Credit rating services are likely to be of the least benefits. A. Lenders. B. Borrowers. C. Customers. Yes. D. Governments. So the answer is C. It's a least benefits. Credit rating is not defined. The credit rating is not defined as being which of the following: an important input for making investment decision, dynamics, a safeguard against default, something assigned to debt instrument. So the answer is C, safeguard against default. Which of the following is not? Which of the following is not considered a problem associated with credit rating agency in India? Not a problem. Conflict of interest, no more competitions, poor rating quality, independence of the rating committees, which is not considered a problem. So the answer is B, more competition. Which of the following is suggested as solution to address the challenges faced by the credit rating agency? Persistence of conflict of interest, no. Introduction of more players, yes. Non rotation of credit rating agency, no. D, investor awareness. So the answer is B. When evaluating a leasing decision from the lessee perspectives, what does term net advantage of lease refers to? Evaluating net advantage of lease refers to the present value of cost of owning, no. The present value of leasing cost minus the present value of owning cost, no. The present value on the present value of owning cost minus the present value of leasing cost. So the answer is C. It's called net advantage of lease. PV of owning cost minus PV of leasing cost. In which situation should a lessee prefers leasing? When the net advantage of leasing is positive, yes. When the net advantage of leasing is negative, no. When the internal rate of return on leasing exceeds the post-tax cost of debt, no. Both A and C, no. So the answer is A. When the net advantage of leasing is positive. An arrangement gives a company an arrangements give the company the right to control the use of land for 99 years. Right, the control to use the land for 99 years, after which the land reverts to the government in its original condition. In return, the government demands a payment equal to the land's current fair value. This arrangement is classified as operating lease, finance lease, sales and lease back, not a lease but a purchase transaction. So the arrangement is the right to control to for 99 years. So it is finance lease. A company lease a company leases an aircraft for 20 years by making an upfront payment of 100 crores. The lease agreement also includes a clause that if the aircraft fails, it will be substituted at no extra cost, and then the aircraft company provides the pilot along with the free maintenance and service. This arrangement is best described as operating lease, finance lease, outright purchase of the aircraft, none of the above. So 20 years upfront payment of 100 crores. So per year it would be 5 crores. So it is operating lease. So the answer is operating lease with an expense of 5 crores per year. So the answer is A lessors evaluate a leasing decisions. A lessor evaluate the leasing decision based on which of the following criteria? Lessors evaluate leasing decision criteria. The computed IRR, the computed IRR from leasing exceed the weighted average cost of capital. Yes. Lease rentals are higher than the break-even rental levels. Yes. NPV of the leasing is negative. No. So the answer is B, both A and B. Under which of the method does a lessors partner with a seller to market the seller's product through its own leasing operation? Under which method? Lessors partner with sellers to market the seller's product. Operating lease, no. Finance lease, no. Sales and lease back, no. Sales and lead. So the answer is D. From a lessee perspectives, which evaluation method separates the financial and tax components of lease financing? Evaluation method separates the financial and tax component of lease financing. PB analysis, no. Internal rate of returns analysis, no. Borrowers Heringer Williamson methods. Yes, this is. Which of the following is not considered a type of factoring? Bill discounting, it's not factoring. Selling a trade receivable on a recourse basis, selling a trade receivable at non-recourse basis, arranging working capital by selling trade receivable. So the answer is A. Which of the following statement is false? The factors purchase the entire trade receivables and pays 100% of the invoice amount upfront. Which of the following statement is false? The factor buy trade receivables from the client. Yes, it's true. The client holds a trade receivable from the customers. It's true. The factor disputes funds the client after acquiring the trade receivable. So this is true. What is not true? So the answer is A. In non-recourse factoring, who bears the credit risk associated with the non-recoverability? A. Client, the B. Factors, C. Customers, D. The banks. So the answer is B. The factor. Which of the following characteristics does not serve the differentiate forfeiting from factoring? Financing, credit worthiness, legal administration dues, financing of receivables. So the answer is D. Which factors, specific to the Indian context, currently pose challenges to factoring market? Lack of credit appraisal systems. Yes, both stamp duty imposed on factoring transactions. Yes, both A and B. And D, short-term financing deals. No. So the answer is C. Which type of factoring is commonly referred to old line factoring? Old line factoring. Recourse factoring, no. Non-recourse factoring, no. Full factoring, yes. Border factoring, no. So the answer is C. Identify the incorrect statement regarding forfeiting and factoring. A forfeiter discounts the full value of the notes or bill, while in factoring arrangements, financing typically covers 75 to 80% of the receivables. Uh, a forfeiter's decision to provide financing depends on the financial standing of the availing banks, whereas in factoring, the export factors base the credit decision on the exporter's credit quality. Factoring is a pure financial arrangements, whereas forfeiting includes legal administration and collection. What is this is not correct. Factoring is generally a short-term financial deal, yes, while forfeiting is extend over 3 to 5 years. So the answer is A. Which form of factoring is known as two-factor system? Recourse factoring, no. Non-recourse factoring, no. Full factoring, no. Cross-border factoring, yes. So the answer is C. D. Who is tasked with ensuring adherence to security laws and addressing the investor grievance? Lead manager, no. Compliance officers, yes. Syndicate members, no. Registrar, no. So the issue, no. So the answer is B. In appointing lead managers, Which safeguard is implied to protect investors? Safeguard to protect investors and ensure legal compliance. The lead manager must be an associate of the issuer. No lead manager's right and obligation are not predetermined. Agreement may contain clause without capping liabilities. None of the above. So the answer is C. What is primary responsibility of compliance officer in the context of security issuance? Marketing the issue, ensuring the issuer's profitability, monitoring compliance with security laws, and addressing investor grievance, managing post-issue activity. So the answer is for a listed entity using an in-house shares transfer. At what the threshold of the total shareholders must it register with the board as a category 2 share transfer agent or appoint a registrar to an issue and share transfer agent when it exceeds 1 lakh. Total number of holders exceed 1 lakh. So the answer is C. According to Regulation 18, how frequently should the audit committee of a listed entity meets? 4 times in a year. So the answer is C. Twice, three times, 4 times, once a year. No. So the answer is C. Under Regulation 19, who is eligible to serve as chairperson of the NRC Nomination and Remuneration Committee? Executive directors no, independent director yes, any director no, CEO no. So the answer is B. As defined in SEBI, SAST, substantial acquisition of shares and takeover. Regulation 2011. What is the term acquisition? Direct or indirect acquisition of shares or voting rights, transfer of controls over target company, purchase of frequently traded shares, acquisition of security on the innovators growth platforms. So, as defined in the SEBI, what does the term acquisition refers to? So, it's a direct or indirect acquisition of shares or voting rights. What is significance of identified date in these regulations? The date of the public announcement, the date when the tendering period begins, the date used to determine the list of shareholders for sending the letter of offer, yes, the date on which control over a target company is acquired, no. So the answer is C. According to Regulation 3, what event triggers the obligation to make a mandatory open offer? To make a mandatory open offers, acquisition of 25% or more of voting rights in a target company, yes. Acquisition of 20% or more of shares in a target company, no. Acquisition of control over a frequently traded company, no. Acquisition pursuant to a resolution plan, no. So the answer is A, 25% or more. Voting rights in a target company. What is maximum limit for buyback of shares or a specified security based on a stand-alone financial statement? It is 25%. So the answer is B. Under the SEBI buyback regulations, ratio of the company's debt to its paid-up capital and free reserves should not exceed. So debt to equity ratio is 2:1. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not permitted for buyback purpose according to SEBI regulation? Security PMSP, proceed of the currently buyback, proceed of an earlier issue of the same kind, free reserve. So it is not permitted for buyback. So the answer is C. Under the SEBI prohibition of insider trading (PIT) regulation, what is the role of compliance officer? Monitoring prohibition of insider trading, monitoring share prices, no, implementing market strategy, no, ensuring compliance with legal and regulatory requirements, yes, conducting financial audit, no. So the answer is C. Who may be appointed as a compliance officer under the SEBI prohibition of insider trading regulation? Compliance officer. Any employee of the organization, no. Only the CS, no. Any person meeting the specified qualification Yes, external legal concern. No. So the answer is A. Which statement regarding trading plans is correct? Trading plans. Trading may commence immediately after the public disclosure of the plan. Trading is permitted during the periods surrounding the announcement of financial results. No, overlapping the existing trading plans is allowed. No, trading may commence immediately after the public disclosure of the plan. The approved plan must be irrevocable. So the answer is D. And the answer is D is correct. Which terms refers to an institutional investor that buys shares a day before an IPO opens? Anchor investor, lead investor, retail investor, QIP. So the answer is A, anchor investor. What is the maximum spread between floor price and cap in the price band? 5%, 10%, 15% to 20%. So the 20% answer is D. In an infrastructure investment trust, the minimum application for primary and secondary subscribers is INR rupees 1 lakhs, rupees 5 lakhs, rupees 10 lakhs, rupees 5 lakhs. So the minimum application for primary and secondary are 10 lakhs and 5 lakhs. So the answer is B, 10 lakh and 5 lakhs. 10 lakh for primary and 5 lakh for secondary. Who calculate the MIBOR, Mumbai Interbank Overnight? RBI, NSEIL, CCIL, SEBI. So the answer is B, NSEIL. What is considered the least preferred exit route for private equity liquidation? Sale to a strategic buyers, no. Merger or acquisition, no. IPO, no. Liquidation, yes. This is the least preferred exit route, and the most preferred exit route is IPO. What is the rate at which RBI lends to commercial bank? Repo rate, reverse repo rate, bank rate, marginal standing facility. So the answer is A, repo rate. Who is authorized to issue certificate of deposit? CD. Financial institution, commercial banks, NBFC, PSU. So the answer is B, commercial banks. What type of venture capital? What type of venture capitals financing allow a Series A round? Seed round, Series B, Series C. So the answer is B, Series B. Which entity is categorized is a zero debt company? Indian Oil Company, NMC, Tata Steel, Infosys. So the answer is B, NMC. What is the role? What is the role of cleaning house in financial market? Issue certificate, ensuring settlement of trades, provides loan, deregulate capital markets. So the answer is B, ensure settlement of trades. What is the lock-in period? Lock-in period for investment in money market, mutual funds. 30 days, 46 days, 60 days, 90 days. So the answer is B, 46 days. Who typically supports black check company? With company with no business operations? Institutional investors, retail investors, angel investor, venture capitalists. So the answer is A. Which type of bonds allows to the issuer to redeem the principal amount early? Callable bond, puttable bond, convertible bond, zero coupon bond. The answer is A, callable bond. Which platforms allows numerous small investors to invest in a startup? It's called crowdfunding. Venture capital, crowdfunding. The answer is B. The minimum selected groups of people for private placement is between 50 to 200. So the answer is B. What is the standard quantity? What is the standard quantity of crude oils for MCX trading? 50 barrels, 75 barrels, 100 barrels, 200 barrels. So the answer is C, 100 barrels. Which entity collects application on behalf of investor in security issues? Which entity collects application on behalf of investors in security issues? Registered and share transfer agent, yes. Underwriter, no. Investment bankers, no. Security registrar, no. So the answer is A. What is considered as the most successful exit strategy for private equity investors? It is called IPO, initial public offering. So the answer is B. The concept of red herring prospectus refers to a preliminary document filed by the company during an IPO. A document contains detailed information. No, a marketing tool for private placement. No, a bond offering statement. No. So the answer is A. Which entities are typically associated with managing endowment fund? Corporate and government. No. University. Non-profit organizations, church and hospital. Yes. Private equity. No. Hedge fund. No. So the answer is B. In private placement, which entity act as intermediary? In private placement, which entity act as intermediary? Financial institution, investment bankers, venture capitalists, a regulatory authority. So the answer is B, investment bankers. A bank has the following data: probability of default 30%, probability of default 3%, loss given default LGD 60%, exposure at default EAD 1 crore. What is the expected loss? EL3. So the expected loss is PD into LGD into EAD. So 1 crore into 60% into 3 percentage, 1 lakh 80,000. So the answer is A. In an operating lease, the right to control the use of the assets belong to. In an operating lease, the right to control the use of the assets belong to the lessee. So the answer is B. Who typically issue commercial paper, CP? Government bodies, corporates, NBFC banks. So the answer is B, corporates. Algorithmic trading is also known as black box trading. So the answer is B. The format for pre-issue advertisement. The format for pre-issue advertisement of a public issue is specified in which part of Schedule 10? Part A, Schedule 10. So the answer is A. In private equity, what is the difference between a general partner and a limited partner? General partner manage investment, LP is, invest capitals. No, no. General partners manages investment and limited partner invest capitals. Limited partners have limited liabilities. General partners generally overview the management and etc. General partners provide capitals. No, it does not provide capitals. LP manage investment. No. General partner are risk adverse. No. LPs are risk takers. No. General partners and LP have identical roles. No. So the answer should be A. General partners manage investments and limited partners invest capital. So the answer is B. FEDI play FEDI plays which role in the financial market? Currency exchange, settlement of international trade, overseeing foreign exchange transactions, regulating banks' activities. So the answer should be C, overseeing foreign exchange transaction. In a scenario where country faces a credit situation, which action may RBI take to help? Increase repo rate, reduce reverse repo rate, reduce repo rate, increase CRR. So the answer should be C, reduce repo rate. Which of the following is participant in the capital market? participant in the capital market. Stock exchange, government agency, investment banks, all of the above. Answers would be D, all of the above. The market for short-term funds primarily includes treasury bills and commercial papers, corporate bonds and entity it's long term, mutual fund long and ETF is long term, and real estate investment trust long term. So the answer should be A. A term sheet is typically used to term sheet. It define the term of a business agreement. Yes. Outline a company's annual budget. No. Determine the market value of a stocks. No. Discuss the role of company director. No. So the answer is A. Holding period return is calculated by dividing the total returns by the initial investment, subtracting the cost from the total returns, dividing the price change by the purchase price, no adding dividend to the capital gains, and divided by the initial investment. So the answers would be D, adding the dividend to the capital gains and then dividing by the initial investment. Some common problems in factoring includes high transaction cost, inability to collect receivable on times, loss of control over customer relationship, all of the above. The answer should be D, all of the above. The AgriDex launched on 25th January 2020 complies with which type of liquid commodity? Energy commodity, agriculture commodity, precious metals, industrial metals. So the answer should be B, agriculture commodities. Forfeiting refers to a form of short-term borrowings, the sale of future receivable at a discount, the process of trading commodity, a method of increasing shareholders' equity. So the answer should be B, the sale of future receivable at discount. Non-profit organization NPO can raise funds through a stock exchange, issuing shares to the public, participating in bond market, listing debt security like bond or debenture, engaging in crowdfunding. So NPO can raise funds through a stock exchange by listing debt instrument like bond or debenture. So the answer should be C. The role of merchant banker includes all of the following except advising companies on merger and acquisitions, underwriting new security, lending money to startup, assisting in public offering and capital raising. So what are asking which is not the role of merchant banker? The answer should be C, lending money to startups. Revenue from buyback. Revenue from buyback shares are typically tendered within 1 to 2 days, 3 to 5 days, 6 to 10 days, 10 to 15 days. The answer should be B, 3 to 5 days. The concept of factoring refers to by buying buyback security at a fixed price, selling receivable to a third party, merging companies for investment opportunity, dividing equity share into smaller lots. The concept of factoring is selling debtors to a third party and receiving in cash by paying certain fees or depositing a reserve. So the answer would be B. The advantage of demutualization is that it increases market liquidity, allows for separation of ownership and management, helps in the stabilization of stock prices, reduce the stock market volatility. So the answer would be B, allow for separation of ownership and management. The float factor in mutual fund. The float factor in mutual fund calculation refers to the difference between the fund's NAV and its market value. No, the time taken for transaction to clear, the number of shares outstanding in a fund, the liquidity of the underlying assets. So the answer should be B. The process of credit rating evaluation involved assessing the credit worthiness of a company. Yes. Liquidity, no. Profitability of a company, no. Stock market trend, no. So the answer is A. Annual expense of mutual fund are typically calculated by dividing the total expense by the number of investors, considering the fund's operational cost, management fees, and other charges. Yes. Subtracting dividends from the total value. No. Adding up the profits earned over the years. No. So the answer will be B. The intrinsic value of a stock refers to current market value of the stocks. No, the calculated fair value based on fundamental. Yes, the value based on the stock's previous trading history, the price the stock reaches after a dividend payout. According to Levin, the function of a financial market includes price discovery and capital capital formation, risk management and hedging, allocation of resources to productive usage, all of them. According to Levin, the function of financial market. Price discovery and capital formation. According to According to Levin, the function of financial market includes price discovery and capital formation, risk management and hedging, allocation of resources to productive use, all of the above. So the answer should be D, all of them. The market index is used primarily for determining interest rate, measuring the overall market performance. Yes, tracking individual stock movement. No, setting stock prices. No, so answer is B. A strike price of an option is the price at which the option can be bought or sold. Yes, the price at which the option expires. No, the price at which the underlying asset is purchased. No, the price paid for the option itself. No, so answer is A. The relationship between credit rating and default probability suggests that a higher credit rating implies a lower probability of default. Relationship between credit rating and default probability. A higher credit rating implies a lower probability of default. Yes. A lower credit rating implies a lower. No. Credit rating has no effect. No. Default probability is fixed regardless of the credit rating. No. So the answer is A. Bond equivalent conversion rate from the lessee point of view. Primary consideration is the total cost of the leasing and the tax implication. Yes, the profitability. No, the financial impact on the balance sheet. No, the Sharpe ratio is a measure of stock's volatility relative to the market. A portfolio's excess return per unit of risk, a growth rate of a company, the average return of market index. The Sharpe ratio is a measure of a portfolio's excess return per unit of risk. So the answer is B. Lease rent is it typically calculated based on the book value of assets? No. The market value? No. The initial cost of the assets? Yes. So the answer is C. Cost inflation index, also known as indexation, is used to calculate the real estate returns. No. The adjusted cost of assets for tax purpose. Yes. The current value of fixed assets? No. Inflation adjusted bond? No. So the answer is the function of a financial market includes all of the following except facilitating facilitating the buying and selling of security, providing a platform for commodity trading, offering loans to government institutions, ensuring liquidity for financial instruments. So the answer is C. The clean price of a bond is calculated. Clean price is a price excluding dirty price minus accrued interest. So the answer is A. The document used in book built public issue where all the relevant detail except the price or the number of shares being offered are disclosed. It's called C, red herring prospectus. Which of the following has received permanent approval from the government? MCX, NCDX, ICX, IX. So the answer is A, MCX. Which of the following statement is true regarding rolling returns? It measures the performance of growth options NAV from the start date to the today date annualized. No. One second. Which of the following statements is true regarding rolling returns? It measures the performance of the growth options NAV from the start date to today date. Analyze. Yes, it measures returns over a successive periods and take their advantage. Average. Yes, it measures returns over successive short-term periods. For example, week to week. Yes. So the answer should be D. All of them. Which one of the following is not a credit rating agency? Which one of the following is not a credit rating agency? Credit Analysis and Research Limited, Standard and S&P, Fitech, and Civil. So the answer is C. Reverse repo rate. Reverse repo and repo are often defined as follows. Which options correctly state their definitions? Reverse repo and repo. Reverse repo is the rate at which commercial bank lends to RBI. Yes, and the repo is the rate at which RBI lends to commercial bank. So the answer is A. An extract from a term sheet state in the event that the company issue additional security at a price less than current series, a preferred conversion price, such conversion price shall be reduced to the price at which new shares are issued. This clause indicates broad-based weighted average anti-dilution protections, no narrow-based weighted average anti-dilution protection, no anti-dilution protection, no full ratchet anti-dilution protections. So the answer should be D. Which of the following is not considered an intermediary in the capital market? Merchant bankers, underwriters, debenture trustee, and venture capitalist. Which of the following is not considered intermediary? So the answer should be D. Which of the following is common challenge when calculating the bond equivalent conversion rate? From lessee perspectives, common challenges. Determining the appropriate discount rate, no, accurately converting lease payment into bond yields, equivalent yields, yes, estimating the asset's residual value, adjusting for market volatility. No. So the answer should be the concept of promoters contribution refers to the shares of equity held by promoters during an IPO, the capital that promoters invest in the company during an IPO, the portion of debt financing providers provided by the promoters, the dividend payout ratio among promoters. Non-profit organization can raise funds through the stock exchange by using an IPO, a social stock exchange, right issue, bond issue, social stock. This video is going to be most important, so listen it carefully and watch it dedicatedly. Before initiate, I would like to say one thing. Please subscribe and do comment so that it will reach to the maximum student and help them. So let's move to the function of financial market. One thing I would like to say that at least 20 marks, 20 or 22 marks will be come from here. So please watch it dedicatedly. Okay, I will say how the question will be framed and what kind of questions do come. So listen, functions of financial market. Uh, so it's the question will come like this, which is not a function of financial market, and three options will be correct and one will be incorrect. So the options will be put savings into more productive use and determine the price of the security. Remember price. Okay, the question will trick options give you quantity, determine the quantity of the security. So that will be incorrect. Second, price discovery. Third will be make financial liquid or lower the cost of transactions. They will trick you like higher the cost of transactions, so that will be incorrect. Second, according to Levin, the 5 key functions financial system in a country. The same thing, just like ever, they will ask which is not a function. So remember these keywords like capital allocations, it is a function, monitoring investments and management of risk, and mobilization and pooling of savings, and promoting the exchange of goods and service. So these are functions of financial system in a country according to Levy. The third will be questions will be framed like FIMMDA was incorporated under which section of the Companies Act? So there will be options like Companies Act 2013 and Companies Act 1956. So the correct answer is 1956 and section 25. And fourth will be come like who issue CD, certificate of deposits. So remember, it's scheduled commercial banks, excluding RRB, regional rural bank, and local area bank. So options will be given like RRB also. Okay. So options. The question will be like who does not issue CD or who issue CD. So if who does not issue CD and the option will be RRB, then tick RRB. The fifth will be on commercial papers, CP. So questions will be either who issue CP, you know already, corporates. And the second will be like a maturity period, minimum maturity or maximum maturity. So remember 7 days to 1 years. The options will be like 15 days to 1 year, 7 days to 1 year, 7 days to 6 months. The options will be like this. So the correct answer is 7 days to 1 year. The sixth question will be framed like the requirement is for like options will be net and tangible assets at least 3 crores, and here they will trick like the correct answer is not more than 50% in the monetary assets, okay, held in the monetary assets. The option will be 66.67, 25. The option will be like this. So remember, at least 3 crores net tangible assets and not more than 50% held in the monetary assets. The seventh will be book building route. So remember, at least 75% of the net offer to the public to be mandatorily allocated to QIB. The eight will be SPACs. Okay, it's also known as blank check companies, and the question will be like who supported, who financed SPACs. So remember, well-known CEO or celebrities finance or supported, primarily supported to SPACs. The ninth will be on the anchor investors. Okay. So remember, the question will be like investors shall bring in additional amount, but if the price arrived at the at after the book building process is lower than the price at which shares were allocated to the anchor investor, the excess amount shall not be refunded. Okay, not be refunded. And if higher than the price at which shares were allocated, bring additional amount. So remember this, bring additional amount, and excess amount shall not be refunded. So 10 will be like on the basket trading. So basket trading is like acquisitions, selling or acquisitions of 15 or more securities. Okay, 15 and or more securities, and it is used usually by stocks. And remember, it's it's for a specific ratio. Remember these terms. Okay, the terms I highlight. Remember these. A specific ratio must use basket trading and 15 or more securities. Okay. The 11th question will be like index closing price. Compute the closing price of the stocks. so which is based on the weighted average, okay, weighted average price of all the trade executed during the last 30 minutes, okay, of continuous trading. And 12 will be on the market capitalizations. These question will come, practical question come, on the market capitalizations. They will calculate to market capitalization and free float market capitalization. So remember the total outstanding shares into current market price per shares. You multiply this, it comes market capitalization and free float market capitalization, outstanding shares held by the public, okay, held by the public into current market price of each shares. Then it will come free float market capitalization. And 13 will be they will ask settlement period, like t plus 1. So they will ask when it will complete. So remember by 1:30 p.m. 14 they will come like they will give you like IPO comes, and since 2008 India's first institutional promoters and companies given like Reliance Power and Coal India, etc. So remember these name: Power Exchange India Limited, PXIL. Okay, the 15 questions will be on the repo rate. And repo rate is the rate RBI lends to commercial bank. Okay, RBI lends to commercial bank. RBI is the father of all bank. So when father lends the sons, it is repo, and when sons lend to fathers, it's reverse repo. Okay, so repo is RBI lends to commercial bank, and reverse repo is commercial bank lends to RBI. 17 will be on the dirty price or clean price. So remember one ratio, like dirty price equal to clean price plus accrued interest. Okay, so if they will ask like clean price, so dirty price minus accrued interest, and dirty price then clean price plus accrued interest. 18 will be like a dirty price, options will be equal to clean price or lower to clean price, etc. So dirty price is always remains equal to or higher than the clean price. Okay, accrued interest may be 0 or maybe something 1 2 or anything. So dirty price is always equal to or higher than the clean price. 19th on the callable bonds. So question will be the options like to redeem the bonds before its maturity date. Redeem the bonds before its maturity date. So it's callable bond. 20 will be open interest. Okay, so the question will be different options will be there, and we will find similar options. Okay, the only difference is one words, like there is outstanding, there is extinguished, etc. So remember outstanding for an underlying assets. Okay, 21 will be margin trading. So margin trading, there will be options like 40% of total value as margin, and borrowing for from say 50% from the bank, 40% from the bank. So remember margin trading is 60% borrowings from the banks and 40% of the total value as margin. Okay, the next will be crowdfunding. So remember huge number of small investors. Option will be like small numbers of huge investors and high value investors. So remember huge number of small investors. Okay, it's a crowdfunding. The next will be management buyouts. Okay, so who fund to management buyouts? So remember private equity firms. Okay, the option will be like different options. You will like it will be given like governments, etc. So remember management buyouts are often funded to management by private equity firm. The next will be Series A funding, Series B funding. So remember, Series A is seed capital, like initial round of funding, and Series B is subsequent round of funding. Okay. The next will be IPO. So remember, IPO is this represents highly successful exit for private equity firm, whereas liquidation is the least. Okay, liquidation is the least preferred method, and IPO is highly successful exit strategy. The next will be commission for underwriting. So remember, don't do mistakes, like there is less. Okay, either 5% of total value or 25 lakhs, whichever is less. Okay, so practical will comes, like to calculate underwriting commissions, and there is a different answer, like in the value. So remember, 5% and or 25 lakhs, whichever is less. Okay, if the value is like in crores, so it obviously it will come like 25 lakh is the answer. The next will be SP and global rating. Okay, SP and global rating, the question will come like what is the role of SP and global rating. So it's like an basically it's expression of opinion about the credit quality of a company. And another question will come like it's not only important for the corporate but also for the government and financial sector also. And remember one thing, the company can meet its financial obligation in time or not, whether so SP and global rating, like their credit rating is basically an expression of opinion about the credit quality of a company, that is whether the company can meet its financial obligation in time or not. The next will be like financial lease. Financial lease, you already know, is a long-term arrangements. Okay, and the next question will be border factoring. So the question will be, how many parties involved in cross border factoring. Don't do the mistakes to tick on the two parties. Okay, there are four parties involved in cross border factoring transactions. Because cross border factoring is also known as like uh, two factor, like something like two factor. So don't do mistakes to tick on the two parties. There are four party involved in cross border. Either they will say four party, there are four party involved in factoring transaction. Which factoring is this, like cross border or domestic, etc. So the question will either four parties or cross border factoring, vice versa. Okay, if three party involved, it will call domestic factoring. Okay, next will come on buyback. So it practical question will come, that maximum limit for buyback. So remember, 25% of PUSC plus FR, pre-reserve plus paid up share capital. Okay, and a special resolution needs if buyback is 10% or less than board resolution, and debt equity ratio is maintained to be 2:1, and it should be fully paid up. Next is mutual fund. They will ask SIP, full form, systematic investment plan. It is to regularly invest predetermined sums in your chosen mutual funds. And systematic transfer plan is when fixed amount of money you invest, like lump sum investment. Okay, so transfer, investment, and withdrawal. So when you invest lump sum amount, it is called systematic transfer plan. When you invest a fixed amount, it is called SIP. And when you withdraw a fixed amount of money, it is called withdrawal at regular intervals. So it is called SWP, systematic withdrawal plan, to withdraw a fixed amount of money at regular interval. So this is very very important. Almost 25% or 20% question will be come from here. And I am thinking to make on the practical aspects also, because I got to know that practical questions are coming like from challenging, like tough, from factoring, from leasing, etc. So I will make another video if need for practical, and I would like to request you to subscribe and please comment, so that it will reach to the maximum students, and they can benefit from these lectures, because I generally don't tell that to subscribe or comment, but I feel it's a very important sessions, and it is very important. So watch it, and please everything I said in this video and highlighted, please keep this as a like patthar ka lakeer, and all the best. Okay.